So hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna be featuring this Dendrobium. So I ordered this off of Facebook from one of the trusted live sellers, and the story with this one is that when I ordered it because the blooms are really pretty. This is Dendrobium Red Comet, and what happened is that when it arrived here it was all good, but then just a day after I checked it, and I'll insert some clips around here. And what happened is that all the base, or most of the base of the new growths and canes turned yellow and mushy. So basically it has bacterial infection, because when I unboxed it, I was about to upload an unboxing video, but I didn't upload it because it was not a good unboxing. The coconut husk that it came with has molds and it's all wet and stuff, but I treated it with hydrogen peroxide and I thought that it's gonna be okay. Then yeah, the base of the pseudobulbs, like right here, became yellow and stuff. So what I did is I unpotted it. After I potted it up, the day after that I unpotted it again, and I checked the pseudobulbs, the base of it especially, because it turned yellow and it has some bacterial infection, and I had to cut most of it. And this is the only thing that I saved, well, a big part of it that I saved. The other pseudobulbs, I chopped them up until it was all green and clean, and I sealed it with super glue, and now they are hanging there outside our balcony, and some of them has new growths on the tip. I'll show that later. But with this one, it has actually a new growth here, but I ripped it off clean, and then I let it dry for a couple of days, and then I sealed it. Before I sealed it with super glue, what I did is I sprayed it with hydrogen peroxide every day to make sure that there's no infection going on. So yeah, and then I attached some twist tie in here and just hanged it outside of the balcony. And what happened is that it has these new growths. First it has a bump in here, and I was like, oh, it's a good thing it's producing keiki in here. And then I accidentally sliced an activi here, or a nubbin, and I was like, oh no, it's not gonna grow anymore, so it might produce a new growth here on the top. And what happened is that the nubbin that I sliced off, it's actually just the sheath of the nubbin and not the nubbin itself, and there you go. It actually grew a new growth, and it's now sprouting roots, and the growth on the top became a flower spike. See? Yeah, it's a flower spike, and it's not actually a new growth, it's just a flower spike. So I was stunned, so to speak, but I didn't cut off the flower spike because I'm gonna let it be, because if the orchid can manage, then I'll manage, because it already has a new growth here. I didn't cut off the flower spike. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put it up and stake it and hope that all goes well, and I'm excited to see the blooms. So it actually has, I think it has 2 buds. Oh no, it's not focusing, but yeah, it might develop 2 buds, and the leaves here are kinda yellowing, but that's normal, it's okay, it's gonna produce new growth soon, and this one gonna be tiny, but it's fine. So yeah, that's basically it. And regarding the seller, I messaged her, and she's so kind actually, and she said that if I order next time, or if I want, I can have a replacement from her, and she'll ship it with my other orders. Or if I have no pending orders and I want the orchid, to get the orchid right now, I can just message her. So I messaged last time, because I ordered this last month or last 2 months or a month and a half, I think. And I just messaged her last time that if I can still claim the replacement, and she said of course. And she had a replacement, but it was not that not that great looking, so I asked if she had more that I can choose from, and she said that's the only one available, but she'll check from the farm that where she gets her orchids if there are more of these. So yeah, I'm gonna make an unboxing video of that when I receive it. But for now, let us repot this. So the media that I'm gonna be using are a mixture of mostly pumice and lava rocks and some chunks of charcoal. And as always, here is my pot, which are made out of used or repurposed food containers with ventilation holes and drainage holes. And this is a DIY stake that I've used from old plastic hangers, so I'm gonna use this later in here. And after that, I'm just gonna add the steak. And add more media. Like so. I'm putting the bigger chunks of pumice near the steak. Please excuse my neighbor's dog because they're really noisy. And yeah, I might mute the video right here and do a voiceover. And oh, I forgot the reason why the bacterial infection happened, because aside from the wetness of the media upon arrival, the orchid was already soaked outside of the house of the seller because there was an unprecedented storm. That's why it was wet in the first place, and the seller thought that after a few days it has completely dried off, but it didn't. So that was a huge factor on why the bacterial infection happened. So the seller was again responsible enough for replacing the orchid. So I might get it in the next few weeks or when it's already available. So another clip, you can do this tapping, and yeah, you can't really avoid those all the time, so it's fine. The I'm pretending the air pockets. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. At least there's room for roots in the future. So I think this is already an okay. And then I'm gonna add the plant now. And what I'm gonna do next is, I've seen this or I've learned this from Julie and Nina. Julie from Julie's Orchids and Nina from Ninja Orchids. What they do is they add water, and that's gonna cushion. Wow, I don't remember what's the exact word, but the concept is it's gonna cushion the fall or soften the fall of the media around the roots of the orchid, so it's not gonna get damage the root tips. So I'm gonna do that. So here it is. What I'm gonna do next is add the pot inside it. Yep. Oh, it's not that much. I need to add more water. Yep, I think that's good enough. So let's try and position this slowly. Oh, this is scary. I might need another stake, so let me just look for another one. So a little bit of an intermission number here. So the spike that this orchid put out was really unexpected because first of all, it was already stressed enough in the shipment, and additional stress because it suffered from bacterial infection, and that I ripped out all of the new growths around it and the bad pseudobulbs because they were infected and yellowing. And to add, there is no good root left because they all rotted as well due to the wetness of the media, and that the growth was not expected from the base. I didn't expect any growths because growths because, as what I've said, the new growth or the nubbin, the active eye, was growing there at first, but I accidentally sliced it off with a cutter when I was cleaning off the dead roots, and the least I expect was a new growth from the base of the orchid, which really surprised me. And the first bump or node or growth that grew on the top of the cane was, I really expected it to be another keiki, because usually if things like this happen, they produce keiki at the top of the tip of the cane, but no, it became a flower spike. So I basically just hanged it and let it be outside in the balcony, and then just sprayed it with water occasionally and also some rooting hormone, and just let it be, and lo and behold, it became a flower spike. So our orchids do surprise us in different ways and times, and this is also why I like dendrobiums, because they're very resilient and they surprise you all the time. They bloom all the time. They grow all the time. Especially here in tropical climates, they grow much faster compared to other countries or other climates. So yeah, that's basically it. Yep, so here's the other stick. I hope that's gonna be enough. So I'll just prepare the twist eye. There. And I'm gonna position it here. Wait, the twist tie was not long enough. My bad. So here it is, and what I always do is wrap the tie first so that I'll be more secure, then twist 1, 2, and then that. I'll do it on the other side as well. And there it is. Let me just adjust this one for the last time. I'm sorry because my voice is a bit raspy right now because my throat is not in the best shape. It is kind of sore, I think, from drinking too much cold stuff. Yeah. So I think that's okay. Yep. So what I'll do now is add more media. Oops. Wow, that was close. Sorry. And I think that's okay. Let me just remove this bigger chunks of pumice and replace it with smaller ones. Yep, it's already secured and ready to go. Oops. And here it is. I'll pot it up. And I'm surely gonna share the blooms. Once it blooms, I'm surely gonna share the flowers. Because the flowers are amazing. Yep. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all for watching and for doing this together with me. And see you guys next time. Bye.